Let's go to Fred in Denver. Hey, Fred, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, listen, it's an honor to speak to you. I wanted to tell you, I'm one of your successful tigers, and the reason that I'm successful, I probably read a couple hundred books on technical analysis over the last 10 or 15 years. I'm a retired public school teacher, and I heard you talking today on your earlier show that if you really knew what you were doing in this business, you probably wouldn't have to work again. And I wake up every morning, I look at your book, I can tell you, every other author is just pales in comparison to your clarity. I just wanted to thank you.
Oh, I really appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. And you know what, folks? As one of the tigers said in the den a little bit earlier, Santa Claus and his elves and his reindeers were powered by oil today. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 337, NASDAQ up 80, S&P's up 35, gold contract up $19, trading at $1,616 an ounce. Silver up 66 cents at $29.53 an ounce. Platinum up $20 at $1,431 an ounce. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $3.38 a pound. Light sweet crude, big number out here, up $3.34 at 97.22. Bonds down almost 2 points at 144.07. King dollar off 55 cents at 80.25. Euro up 82 cents at 130.80, and the yen down 18 at 77.86. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? So Santa and his sleigh was fueled by the oil market, no doubt. Now, what do we have? Well, you know what? Bottom line, folks. You had the wide price spread, up $35, right? You're at 1241. You know, the 1292 wants to get tagged. That's the bottom line. Now, we did $759 million. What that is saying, bottom line also, is that that's all this is going to be. It's going to get tagged. It's going to be the sell at that area, and we're going to be going all the way back down to that October 4th area. You know, you got the wide price spread going, so what I suspect you'll get, so let's see, today's Tuesday. We get 2 more days to run the market, and they'll run it. You know, it's easy to run the market. You know, you can see the volume is light. The volume's been light anyway, but bottom line, I suspect it's going to be run. That's your S&Ps. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. The Dow, you're at up 337 today. Now, the Dow, the high in the Dow, you know, is at 12,284. That little baby can get basically taken out in a heartbeat. You know, in the way it's trading right now, it looks to me like it will. You know, because what you have is that the swing high from, let's see, the 7th is 12,257. That's nothing. That's only $1.50 away. You know, you can get right through that in a heartbeat. The volume characteristic you got to remember, and this is where is going to give you the heads up on the 27th. What we're doing here is that you have a high volume day on October 27th, and that was 1.4 billion. So we did we did 940 million coming into that today. So we're going to go up to that level. I suspect you'll get into that level, over that level, have lighter volume. Your correlation between the Dow will get higher. The S&P probably just get there. Now let's go over to the NASDAQ. We have with the NASDAQ is this. NASDAQ today has a wide price spread, up $80. You're at 2,600. The high on the NASDAQ, folks, okay, gets to 2753. Now, the NASDAQ also, we did 1.8 billion here today. The NASDAQ's going to need about 2.4 up there, but you can get up to those levels, particularly in days that, you know, like good old Santa Claus. And there's, if we go over to the oil market for a second, you take a look at oil. What we had with oil is this. Oil just 23,000 contracts, goes up 330, but that is just like the market, okay, counter trend bounce. We came down on 337,000. You're going up on 23,000, okay? Bottom line is that little baby can probably, also tag, that can tag $98, $100 in a heartbeat. And all that is going to be a counter trend bounce. And what it's all about, and will continue to be all about for quite a while, is that good old dollar index. We go over to the dollar, you take a look at the dollar. What the dollar has done out here is this. Dollar pulls back today, a good pullback too. We went to 80.03. Right now you're at 80.25. We did that with 22,000 contracts. Now the 22,000 contracts is basically getting into 30. So what that's saying, two different things. You went up on volume, you're pulling back with lighter volume. I suspect the dollar wants to go a lot lower right now because the market wants to go higher. The dollar's giving it the breathing room. That correlation, can it get out of 77? Yes, it can. Gets down to 77. That gives the market breathing room. That gives the end of the year rally. That gives everyone happy that you better buy like crazy in January because it's a good market, and then they'll pull the rug. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had Oracle come out with numbers after the close. The estimate was out here was $9.23 billion. And they only came in with $8.7 billion. They plan on buying back $5 billion in shares, and it's not helping the stock. Stock closed at $29.17. It's trading out at $26.92 right now. If you want to see Oracle and you are watching Tiger TV, you're going to see that high volume low, however. Bottom line, if you wrap your head into these folks, you're going to see just how markets like to move. And we're right into that $26. This had a high volume high at $24.72 to $26. It goes all the way back up to $32 with no volume. We're right back down to those levels. And bottom line is that that wants to be tested out. The amazing part about it, of course, is that there's nothing like running a company. And you turn around and say, okay, they know the numbers are bad. Are they not what they're expected? Well, let's go juice it up. Let's go, buy $5 billion worth of stock and hold it up. And what that is all about, folks, is that when you hold it up, bottom line, what are you holding up? You're holding up the biggest shareholders, and in this particular case, it's Larry Ellison. And the amazing part, so check this out, as the board is turning around and saying that, we will basically, be buying, we'll see what he ends up doing with his stock. He owns 21.9% of it. Let's go to Jim in Florida. Hey, Jim, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Not really. I'm on the wrong side a little bit. I got burned a little bit today, but not too bad. I got out early.
Okay.
Tom, I got into the ZSL sort of toward the end of the, when it kind of bottomed. I'm in at like 14.5. And listening to you, it sounds like with the dollar going lower, then I need to probably get out of this.
Yes.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you about is how can this really be considered a rally based off of, looks like the Fed went in and bought the ECB bonds when the ECB won't even buy their own debt?
Well, I mean, it depends. What's your definition of a rally?
Well, I mean, isn't this whole rally today based off the fact that the Fed went in and bought the ECB bonds when they won't even buy their own bonds? Isn't that this rally based off of?
No, it's just a dead cat bounce. It's just what the market does. I mean, it's been a consolidation, and that high volume high wants to get hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me a stock, Tom, on MTW? I'm looking at maybe a bounce here to 11.
MTW. Okay, so let's see. Manufacturer, cranes and related product, food service. Lows 570. The highs 23. The PE's 27. Okay, so yeah, you're looking for that. Yeah, I see it. 11.30 to $12. Okay, let me just bring this back a little bit. So, yeah, this moved today too. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, this is a decent setup. That's, I mean, that sign of strength that came in on the 28th is real, man. 33 million shares. That's a good sign of strength. That's the bar. See, that's the consolidation. So the low of the consolidation is 852, 854. The top is the top is 1234, and that's sweet, man, because you're talking about a $3.75 spread on an $8.54 deal. Yeah, that's you want to be trading the stock for a while.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have a great one.
Thank you, Tom.
Have a safe one. Nike. Let's go take a look what Nike did out here. NKE. Let's see what she has. So Nike closed at 93.63. She's trading at 94.35. Numbers go like this. The estimate was 97 cents. She takes in $1. The worldwide orders are, look at that. Ooh, that's a good number, man. Imagine this company is so huge, but yet it's still growing at 13%. That is a mind blower. Effective tax rate 24.1 versus 25 a year ago. Their margin is 42.7%. Isn't that sweet, folks? Imagine you're selling gear with a margin like that. I mean, that's almost, I guess software margins are a lot bigger than that, but that's still a big number, no doubt about it. Jabil Circuit, let's go see what Jabil Circuit has to say. Jabil Circuit just come out with numbers. That closed at $19.95. That's traded at $19.20, down 70 cents. Now, this one here is really important, folks, because Jabil Circuit is one of the largest contractors for all these tech companies in the world. The estimate was for the second quarter estimate. This is so first quarter numbers they made 65 cents was the estimate. They made 65 cents. First quarter revenue is $4.33 billion. Their second quarter, where they're speculating out, goes like this. The estimate is $4.23 billion, and they say they're going to be due from 4 to 4.2. So it's slightly lower. If you look at Jabil, Jabil's in good shape though. Bottom line, you're at 19.20 right now, and at 19.30 was that big sign of strength up there. So that's going to be that's a decent setup. Now let's go over to the gold market. We take a look at gold. What we've had out here, folks, is that gold today is up $20. Now this is problematic. Whereas problematic, and this is a drag, but this is a reality. Gold. What does gold do? Okay, gold came down hard from the 1767 into the 1565. Monster volume, 284,000 contracts. Today we go up with 91,000. What this is setting up, folks, is a 200-point A to B structure on the way down. It's problematic in a huge way. When I finished the gold report earlier today, you can see it. It's all over the equities too. These things want to go a lot lower. So if you're in that market, you be really careful because there's going to be some heavy destruction. And you can see that I suspect we're going to have heavy destruction in the S&P too, because the way the whole thing is set up, the dollar wants to do an ABC up, the market wants to do an ABC down, gold wants to do an ABC down. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.